Mrs. D.J. Murphy of number 22 Central Avenue received a letter from her daughter Joyce, aged 18, written on June 6th, day of the invasion of France, which so impressed Colonel J. H. Reynolds, Jr., chairman of the St. Johns County Defense Council, that he asked permission to have it published in connection with public relations work. The letter, written by a girl in defense work, shows maturity of thought and feeling, and the type of letter of which any mother might well be proud.
June 6, 1944, 5 a.m. Well, Moma, I guess the above date will go down in history as one of the greatest days in the history of the United States. I can't express my feelings at the moment. Here I am, a small part of a great defense plant, doing my part to help get the supplies overseas. I am an American defense plant worker, listening to varied reports about the progress of the Allied forces in the battle to decide whether my little bit in the thousands of other contributions to this war effort was enough. I am sitting here looking out at the shipyard that is entirely void of any activity, and I wonder what it will be like the next night, here and on the battlefront. We have all been waiting and expecting news of the invasion any day, and now that it is here, we are going around in a daze, trying to act nonchalant and carefree about something that means the end of our present or the beginning of our future. There is no bell ringing, horn blowing, as planned, just an unearthly silence about everyone thinking of that someone who will be freed from imprisonment and that someone who has to die. In a few minutes, the men and women who so gaily left here the other day will be streaming in the gates, not thinking about that paycheck or that night's entertainment, but they will be thinking of the times they cut up when they should have been riveting, laughed and told jokes when they should have welded that extra part, and as they come in, they will be figuring out how they can make up for that lost time. What they will say if their son, husband, sweetheart, father, or brother asks them what happened to that extra cargo boat that would have saved John Smith's life. Why wasn't it there with that extra bullet when the German threw that hand grenade and killed our boys? Where was that extra bullet that would have saved 3 men's lives? Was it worth that extra joke, that extra prank, or that date? These are the questions that we will all have to answer tomorrow, while many boys will die today still wandering. I have a feeling that there will be a lot more work going on in this yard and in every shipyard, plane factory, munitions dump, and training camp than there has ever been before. There is no longer a soldier's war. It is every living soul's war. Every bullet that strikes home on the battlefront will hit someone here in the United States. There will not be a man alive after this war who will dare say, I took June 6th off for a fishing trip. What did you do, soldier? He will know the answer too well by then. The dawn is just breaking now, and the men and women are hurrying to jobs that wait them now with a new meaning. That hot rivet is no longer just a rivet, but a speeding bullet aimed at Berlin. The welder's torch, a flamethrower, the steel press machine, a panzer movement, and the anchor when pulled up high out of the water, letting the boat go off on its trial run. 1,000,000 bombs over Tokyo. And even then, we will be like the nurses. We only hand the instruments in his hands at the right time, before our patient dies. I pray to whatever God there may be that we do not fail our test. He, the greatest doctor of all, will understand the young novitiate and will guide us to those instruments, for only he knows the cure for our patient's disease. I know that you will understand how I feel, Mother. All my love, Joyce.